If your
Hello, and welcome! Silrace here with Heroes of the Storm. This is Support Sunday and post-gameplay commentary because this is my first ever game on the Monk. So finally I have time to play the Monk, and because this is my first ever game on the character, I am doing what I always do for a first game on various whatever character and hero and whatever else you wanna call them, champion. This is co-op versus AI. Also trying out the new system, which is, you know, co-op versus AI has difficulty levels now. You can manually change yours, and for example, if you say that you wanna play against the weakest possible AI, then at least one of the AIs on the enemy team will be of that type. Same way, because I have gone with a full elite here, I have no clue which one of these is going to be the full elite, so I have no idea. But I have picked one of those, and at least one of them is somehow a full elite AI. I have no idea how difficult that makes it compared to the normal, the basic one, and that's definitely not the elite if I can make a random guess. Anyway. So Monk is out, and I personally believe Blizzard again failed a little bit here, because this guy has been advertised as being able to play as a healer or as a sort of an assassin. And I played a couple quick matches, but not with a Monk, to get in the groove of things again, and 2 times I had a Monk, one on the enemy team and one on my team, who did not go for support, but was the only possible support on the team. Essentially taking up the support slot, but not building as a support. And that is again where I believe Blizzard has failed once again, in the same way as with, for example, Tassadar, and to an extent with Tyrande. Tyrande healing is a little bit better now though, so that's not that big of a deal. But Kharazim can really, like, yeah, you can build him as a tank, but if you do not take these healing fists on level 1, then your healing output is entirely reliant on your second ability, which is Breath of Heaven. Heals everybody around you in an area that is kind of well, weaker on the healing front. Also, check out how fast this guy, even with because I'm going full mode healing build here, I basically just picked all the damn healing talents, and here is although I do take a little bit different, I take overtake instead of protective shield. When it comes to quick matches, I feel like protective shield might be the better way to go overall, but because it's more consistent, definitely. You do have to be in melee range of things to beat on them, because you heal on every third of your basic attacks. So if you take the talent at level 1 for your fists to actually do that. So overall, I feel his kit is really nice, and I'll quickly talk about his kit here as well, about just clearing some minions on the lane. His lane clear is really bad though. He doesn't really have an AoE clear for waves. He's beating on one target at a time. Might make laning with him as a solo laner a really big pain. So yeah, first ability of his is a dash, and it has 2 charges, so you can dash to an ally or to an enemy. And if you dash to an enemy, they get hit by a auto attack right away as well. That's nice. That is very nice. Second ability, as I mentioned, Breath of Heaven allows you to heal everybody in a small area around your hero. Well, it's kind of a medium area, not so very small, but still it's around the hero, so you have to be in the middle of things to really actually heal with Kharazim, with the Monk. Third ability is, well, that sped up attack thing you already saw me use there. It is a channeled ability, allows you to move while you channel though. Means you can do other things. Obviously, while you are moving, you are not attacking. So you are losing some time on the channel. It's 2-second channel. So there is that bad. It doesn't last ages, but it definitely helps with this healing build to get your fist done. Of course, because it's channel ability, it can be stunned and thus interrupted. And it can be interrupted with other ways too, I guess. The two heroic abilities, well, you do want Divine Pomp if you are really gonna go for pure support. It works as a, I guess, a reverse ancestral healing from Rhaegar. Basically, if the target dies within the few seconds it lasts, the target revives back up. And so forth. And the other one is 7-sided strike, which is percentage-based health damage on everybody in the area. So if you manage to land it on one target only, you can deal massive amounts of damage with it. And there I got stunned out of my little ability there. It's okay, but I did pick up Echo of Heaven, so my heal goes off twice. Once for free, and so far testing this out here, I have not had any mana issues whatsoever in this game. I had no mana issues whatsoever. Of course, this is versus AI, so fights don't last quite as long because we are typically so far ahead all the time that we can just overpower essentially the team. So you don't really have truly prolonged team fight here. So that the mana might be an issue when it comes to real quick matches, but I don't feel like it will be an issue, especially if you are being at least a little bit careful of how you spam your abilities. You do have the twin dashes though, so essentially you have have 4 abilities to spam as opposed to 3 on most heroes for using your mana, and well, that doesn't include obviously the heroic, the ultimate abilities as well, which would make the 5th on this one. So essentially you have more ways to use away your mana than most other heroes. So just something to keep in mind. Here, this is actually a nice push by the enemy team, except they are not pushing all 5 of them, they're just pushing 4 of them, and well, there was a stun on my stuff that I wasn't channeling. I had Echo of Heaven going, and apparently Echo of Heaven actually triggers even if you are stunned during its duration. And okay, put down the zombie balls so I can read stuff too, right? That is the Breath of Heaven's second application, which is free. You can pick that talent up at level 7. So even if you are in stun after you have used the Breath of Heaven, the Echo of Heaven still triggers and heals the second time. That is very nice to know actually. And also makes this one of the few heroes who can still essentially heal while being stunned, but you have had to trigger your stun, not your stun, but your heal before that stun hits you. So, something to note. And also I found it funny that this Muradin run around most of the game with all those coins on him. It's kind of hilarious. Anyway, let's talk about not playing the objective of the map. It's fine. People do weird stuff when it comes to Code vs AI. Personally, I use this Code vs AI for what it is. I use it to practice. So this is the first time playing hero, so I'm using this as a practice as if I was playing this hero in a Hero League or a quick match game, because that's what this is. And level 13 on Kharazim is insane. There is so many good talents here, holy balls. This is going to be very tough choices. I'm gonna pick up Fist of Fury, I think. Yeah, the Fist of Fury here would be the best choice for this particular game. But if you need to play defensive, if you feel like you are being focused a little bit, or if you are like going forth into team fights more often, so because this guy is melee range, so you have to be getting closer to the enemies, right? So having both spell shield and relentless and an extra movement speed for yourself and a target you dash to is insane, and that's all on a same freaking level range. So that is going to be some really tough choices there. I kind of like that actually. Having multiple really good talents in same talent tile means that it's gonna be very tough talent choices overall. And yeah, and of course having to pick between Relentless and Spell Shield is also kind of a tough choice from time to time. So, especially if you know that you're being, well, focused, you have to go like, well, am I being crowd controlled, or am I being, you know, beaten by spell, or something like, which is the better thing at the moment, or for this time. And healing and just being at the core range, and let's just take down the core and finish this particular game, so I can stop talking. So overall, Kharazim feels fun, right? Feels very fun, melee range dude, and so forth. However, he still does take the support slot, because he can support, but he can play as an assassin, so screw over your team very much by being the only support, but not going for healing build, while the enemy team might have a pure healer. Anyway, thank you very much for watching.